Once upon a time. Wait a minute. Before we start the story, we gotta create a Cinderella carriage. I'm using one of those bird feeders that I got from clearance from Michael's. I made a beautiful fall centerpiece, so you can check my channel and check out my previous videos to see how I made that. First thing I'm gonna do in this bird feeder or box or whatever you like to call it is I'm gonna cut off the front and the back of those wooden cutouts and just leave the frame as the shape of a pumpkin and create a beautiful carriage for Cinderella. One of my first DIYs was a Cinderella carriage, and people like to watch it. Cinderella Stories and Carriage in a silver version. So this time I want to make this so glamorous and bling, and I think everybody's gonna love it. It's a perfect decorations for fall home decor. Also, if you have a girls for a birthday parties, also this decor can be brought up for like a bridal showers or a wedding. You're gonna see at the end, and I hope you're gonna like it. So now slowly I'm just cutting off and finishing up the first part up front from this frame. It took me a while with the cutters to get rid of all those cutouts, but it came out just perfect. And I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the back of this pumpkin frame. If you're new here, I am C and this is CJ DIY, and welcome. For the wheels, I'm gonna be using this larger version of wooden rings from Dollar Tree, 4 of them, and we're gonna make just a simple wheels. I'm using these wooden skewers, cutting them just enough to fit inside of the ring, and I'm gonna glue them. Super simple and quick. After I cut them, I just measure equal pieces, so I'm gonna be adding 2 pieces on each ring just to look like a wheel, just like so, and I'm gonna be gluing them. Very quick and easy. I just sand them off the edges, make sure they're all nice and smooth before I glue them, and that's it for the wheels. Now that I got my wheels ready, before I glue them on the pumpkin carriage, I want to paint them over. I'm going to be using Cherry Pick DIY paint, and voila, the magic happened. Also, for extra embellishment, I wanted to add those swirls shape decor, and I used the floral picks, but after that I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to show you what I'm going to add. Now when they're all nice and dry, I also added a clear wax to seal my paint, and now I'm just gluing my wheels on the bottom of my carriage, just like so on the both sides. I'm adding 2 on each side. If you don't have a frame like this, you can add any kind of pumpkin shape. Dollar Tree have a different kind of pumpkins, wired pumpkins as well, so you can add those and create your own version and make a beautiful Cinderella fall carriage turning into Christmas. You can decorate it for Christmas as well. For the magical Cinderella shoe, I'm going to be using one of those Christmas ornaments purchased from Hobby Lobby, and those picks swirls. And like I show you, I'm not going to be using the wire one that I make. I found this in my Christmas stash, and I think it's going to be perfect. And what I'm going to do now to match my carriage, I'm just going to be adding this golden metallic finish from Fall Cart, and I'm painting the shoe and those swirls. I just cut off 4 of them, and I'm going to be adding to my carriage. Also, I'm adding this pearl ribbon purchased from Amazon. The links are in my description box, very cheap, and I'm gonna be adding around the frame on my pumpkin. Simple, I'm just adding a Gorilla hot glue on the frame and adding the ribbon to it. And I think it's just a perfect touch. Somebody is not a lover of a glam, but I like it because it's a Cinderella and everything is gonna be glamorous and beautiful, and I think it looks just perfect. But you can add, if you're not a lover of glam, you can add some burlaps around the frame of the pumpkin and it's still gonna look beautiful and create it like a farmhouse look. I mean, the sky is the limit. Everybody have a different taste and you can create any kind of carriage as you like and create it for fall. For the wheels in the middle also, I'm adding pearls, one pearl on each wheel, just to add extra embellishment and make it more glamorous and beautiful. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, adding the ribbon and adding the pearls. And that's how it looks so far. Also, for the left out from that pearl ribbon, I cut off 8 pieces and I'm gonna be adding them 3 on the sides and 1 on each side of the carriage, if that makes sense. I wish I had more left out from this ribbon so I can make like a drapes going around the carriage, but I think it looks super cute like this. And also I added some pearls in between. And I mean, you can be creative, you can add any kind of embellishment and make a beautiful home decor. Now when it's all nice and ready, I'm gonna be adding the golden swirls on top of the wheels on the side. As you can see, I'm just gluing them and see how it's gonna look. And this is how it looks so far. Also, I purchased those golden crowns from Amazon. I think they were like $8 for 6 of them. Can you believe it? So cheap, but they're such a good quality. And I'm going through each crown to see which one is gonna look the best on top. And I think the one with the pearl frames look perfect and it matched with the carriage frame, and I'm gonna leave that one. Also, for the left out for my sponge brush, I had some golden finish left and I'm just going around the wheels and around the frames just to get that cohesive look with the swirls and all that golden look. And I think it looks just perfect with this burgundy color. I love it. I love this burgundy for fall, also turning into Christmas. And now to embellish it more, I'm just going with my floral and see which is gonna look the best. And I think with this lighter color of those leaves, I just added 2 branches on the side, and also I added this mini LED candle on the inside part of my carriage. I added my shoe and look how beautiful it looks. For my next creation, I'm gonna be using this wooden frame, also purchased from Michael's. It was on clearance. I bought it over the summer, very cheap. I printed out this Google image once upon a time, and I'm gonna be decoupage it on top of my wooden frame. To make it more vintagey, I'm just using a lighter and a lighter going around just enough to make it like a vintage old page. This is not recommended for kids. Kids are not allowed to use the lighter. Only adult can play with this. And now when it's ready, I'm just adding a Mod Podge and I'm gonna decoupage my sheet on top of my wooden frame. Super simple and easy. If you're watching my channel, you know that I love to make decoupage art pieces and just layer by layer adding a Mod Podge and going with my fingers and my brayer until the whole page is on. Today I'm a part of What Would You Make challenge hosted by my darling friends Zana, okay at home DIY, Connie from Connie's Workshop and DIY, and this month's guest host is Jay-Z from Crafting with Jay-Z. All links are in my description box along with the amazing playlist with so many talented creators. So after you're done watching my video, you know where you're going next. Now back to my decoupage sheet. To make my sheet nice and smoother, I'm using my mini iron and a parchment paper and going over the sheet until it's all nice and smooth. After that, I'm adding a tiki wax and wipe it off because I wanted to make that cohesive with my sheet. And now when it's all nice and dry, I'm also adding these cassia golden transfers on the side of my sheet. I just wanted to add more glam to this art piece that I made. So I'm just adding some random leaves and floral on each side of my Once Upon a Time sign. Super smooth and easy. I'm just adding the transfer that I like, and with a scraper going off until the whole golden transfer is on. Super nice and beautiful decor. As you can see, I know it's hard to see because that golden and brown, but when you see it up close, it's so beautiful with that golden leaves and flowers. I think it matched just perfect with this Once Upon a Time page. I just have to add some rub-on transfer. I cannot help it. I just love those rub-on transfer, and I am using them in most of my videos. I cannot help it because with adding those rub-on transfer, you're giving more unique look to your own creations. And you gotta let me know, what do you think so far? Do you like this one? And of course, on the side, I will be adding those crowns, one of them. I also tone it down a little bit with antique wax, just to get that antique look. And with a wipe, I wipe it up, and I'm telling you the difference between the golden look and the toned down with antique wax. And I'm just gonna glue it on the side on top of that Once Upon a Time sign. Also, for extra embellishment, I'm adding some fall floral. I also got those from Amazon. I got a stack of them, and I think 3 pieces with the different colors on the 3 sides. It's gonna look just a perfect embellishment for this beautiful sign. You gotta let me know, what do you think? I'm using this fall book stack from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna paint them with this Monet Garden DIY paint, and I gave it a 2 good coats. I love these paints. I got the link where I'm getting those paints from. They're from Sammy Unicorn Dust Design, and if you're a lover of crafting and painting, you're gonna love those paints, trust me. And they're not very expensive. And now when they're all nice and dry, I decided to use this adhesive stencils from Dollar Tree. They're a pain because they're so small and it took me forever. So I wanted to put a Cinderella story for this book stack. So I'm just going with these letters and layering them on a line nice and straight enough and in the middle before I paint them out. And I didn't have double letters, so I'm gonna need to use the E and L and A after I'm done with the paint and just adding fitting the empty spaces, if that makes sense. And now with the mini sponge, and I'm using this beige DIY paint also, and I'm going around the letters, and super quick and easy. I'm gonna have some bleed through, but not a problem. With a thin brush, I'm just going over the bleed through, and I think it's gonna look super cute. You gotta let me know, what do you think about this one too? Now that I got the stencil in, I'm also using this golden marker from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going around the letters just to add that extra golden look and make it more cohesive with my theme today. And I think adding this golden marker inside of the letters, it just give a perfect, beautiful touch. And it's gonna look like we bought this one from some boutique gorgeous store and we didn't make it. I love how it came out. Also, I'm gonna be making a beautiful bow out of this mesh with pearls ribbon. I got this one on clearance from Hobby Lobby for $1 and some change. And I'm just making couple of loops, as you can see, and creating a beautiful bow. And it's so easy to work with this ribbon because it's wired. So just creating and making loops and twitch it in the middle with my fingers. I don't know how to explain it, but it's so easy to make a bow like this. And after I had the look that I like, I'm gonna tie it in the middle, and simple as that, we have a nice fancy ribbon for our book stack. I love making bows, and I love the shabby chic look to it with this lace and pearls, just a perfect match with this theme today. I'm gonna be gluing it on top of my book stack, but before that, I'm gonna seal my book stack with the clear wax from DIY, and it's gonna look just perfect with a towel, because using a DIY paints, those paints are made out of clay and you gotta seal them with wax so the color won't fade out. And I think I love that perfect beautiful green look with the gold and a cream, and this lace ribbon is just a perfect look. Enough about me talking. You gotta let me know what do you think and if you like it. I glue it on top of my book stack. Also, I added some fall floral on the side, and also I'm gonna be adding another crown in the middle, and I stain it with the antique wax, also the crown, and that's how it came out. I hope you like all my creations today, and I hope I didn't disappoint you. Let me know if I inspire you. And before I let you go, don't forget to check out the amazing playlist with Zana, Connie, Jay-Z, and all those amazing creators, and see what they come up with the wood creations today. And until next time, my darlings, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of music, positive energy, and God bless you all from me to you. Bye-bye.